What's up, guys? It's Nacho and Barber with N.Y.O podcast. We are at the Battle of the Boroughs held by the lineup. We're here with Mr. ANGELRAWS. I'm going to have him give you his Instagram so that way you can follow and check out his content.
Yeah, I keep it simple, man. It's Angel Raws, ANGELRAWS.
All right, man. So I'm going to start off with a couple questions here real quick. How do you feel? How hard is it going to all these events? And I know you do classes, you do seminars and things like that. How hard is it for you to go, like, travel to all these places?
I think I really enjoy it. So I think the most difficult part is just being away from my family.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's the biggest thing. I wouldn't say it's like if I wasn't married with kids, I wouldn't say it was hard because I enjoy what I do.
Yeah.
Just that time away from the family is really what hinders it.
Now, how hard has that been for you? Like, I'm not trying to get too personal or anything that, but, you know, like, for me, you know, like, I know sometimes it takes up a lot of time, dude.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Last year, bro, I had my daughter in June, and 2 weeks later, I was in Colombia. Like, I had to go. I was already booked. The marketing was done.
Wow.
They needed me, so my wife and I have a 2-year-old, so she was 1, and then just had the baby girl. So I had to go 2 weeks after my wife gave birth, and I'm in Colombia teaching a class. Like, but that's part of it, bro. Like, I mean, this is what you ask for. This is what you get.
No,
you know?
yeah, 100%.
So
Right?
we work for it, and here we are.
So what do you show? What do you teach people in these classes?
So most of my classes, as of lately, like I do so many different things, but one of my main things right now that people are taking a big interest into is content creating.
Okay.
So I've been teaching, like today we did a class, hour-long class, content creating, even from the basics to like actually using DSLR cameras to editing to photography, Lightroom, you know, talking apps, whatever, you know, just content creating is one of the biggest things that people want to learn right now in the barber industry. So
how long have you been barbering, and how long have you been in the barbering industry?
I've been cutting hair for 17 years. I would say in the industry, like as far as coming to shows, I started early, bro. I'm 33, but I started when I was like 21. So I'd say, what's that, 2000? Early, bro. Like, yeah, wow. So
let's talk about the differences in the industries and back then to now. Back then, you really didn't have social media that way. You probably had like Mi Gente or something.
Nah, we had Facebook. You know what I mean? What is Mi Gente? What the?
That's like an old style Facebook.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Well, there was something like that back then. That was the only thing I had back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there was no way to really go around and market yourself.
Yeah. It was fun times though.
Yeah, no, without a doubt, because nowadays people just send something through a DM and they don't even know how to approach somebody anymore.
Yeah.
Now, how do you see the industry going from where it is now with social media as far as like advertising and promotion and things like that?
Bro, I think it's about to get crazy. I mean, it is crazy. You know, you got barbers coming up in 12 months. They got huge following, got companies behind them. Where we had to work for years, which is good. I mean, I'm not knocking it. You know, it still work regardless. It's just different. But where it's going, I mean, AI technology's coming. I mean, they're putting cameras in headphones now. So like the content, the virtual world is about to get crazy, and I don't know how that's going to affect the barber industry. I just know it's going to.
I've seen cameras in sunglasses.
Yeah, sunglasses. The AirPods are putting cameras in them, and it's getting crazy. But it's going to be good for education too. Like if you just stay on top of learning and knowing what's going on and how to use it. Like for me, ChatGPT's been a major tool, especially for like classes.
Yeah.
Like today, I needed notes for my class. I came up with an idea. I threw it in ChatGPT and it broke it down in 45 minutes. Like it gave me the exact breakdown. 5 minutes on this, 10 minutes on that. You know, so if you use things properly, it could be beneficial.
No, that's dope, man. That's real dope. So what is it like working with some of these brands? I know you work with Rolda, with Andis.
Barber Strong.
Barber Strong is another company you work with that I use. I don't even know how many of those vests I got, man.
Yeah, they're the best, bro. You said, how is it?
Yeah, how is it working?
Man, it's amazing, bro, because, and I was telling them this earlier in my class, it's like, I didn't just run with opportunities that came. You know, many opportunities came that weren't the right ones, and I waited to get with the right people that I actually believed in, right? So like Andis, for instance, I've been using Andis since I started.
Yeah.
Like I've never touched another pair of clippers. I couldn't tell you what they even cut or feel like because I really believe in the brand, you know? So when I was able to get that opportunity, there was already opportunities on the table for me. I just didn't believe in them. And I'm not going to lie to my people. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody follows me me and gets education from me, it's to me, I like it to be genuine. Like even before we started this podcast, I said, don't tell me the questions because I want them to be real.
No, that's dope.
And that's what I enjoy that, you know, because there's a lot of fake.
Yeah.
So, you know, opportunity come and some people just jump.
Yeah.
You got to wait for the right one. And I feel like I've done that.
Well, let's talk about some of those opportunities might have popped up that you were kind of like, you know what, nah, I don't feel right with it.
Yeah.
You know, let's talk about some of that.
Well, I don't want to knock anybody either.
No, it's not necessarily knocking, but let's say, you know, something that was fit for you, that you know, you decided that you wanted to go with, like you said, Andis, because you've been using them since day one, since you started.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but, you know, any other company or something, you were like, you know what, that's not kind of like my thing, you know?
Yeah, so that happened to me. I was in a hair show in Puerto Rico, and I was approached by a brand, and I'm not going to mention, you know, names or nothing, but just the vibe wasn't there for me. You know what I'm saying? And the product is great. It's not the product. It was just more so the relationship, the team, the direction that they were heading wasn't my direction. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel genuine to that. And I just turned it down and you know, I just kept it moving. They did great with what they did. And I'm still standing.
Another question. What advice would you give to somebody that wants to pursue something like what you're doing, you know, where they want to be traveling and they want to be teaching people, they want to hold seminars and things like that?
I think because I get this question so much, bro. It's really about what value you bring. Like, what if I'm putting together a starting five and I got a shooter, I got somebody that can guard. I need you to figure out where you play in my team. Like, what's your position? What are you bringing to the team that I don't already have, right? So for me, like with Andis, content creating was something that I brought it to the table. Like I told them early in the class, bro, I don't expect you to invite me to a house party and I'm coming empty-handed. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing something to the table and we all going to enjoy this. So like now, something that's made me a very good speaker, a very good educator is content because now I shoot everyone's classes. Yeah. And after I shoot them, I got to go edit them. So I'm listening to Kenny Duncan. I'm listening to Danny. I'm listening to Twin. You know, and these are great educators, some of the top in the game. So as I'm listening to them, I'm not only learning content creating, editing, but I'm also learning how to educate. You know what I mean? John Mosley, bro. Like, there's a lot of people on our team that are ridiculous on stage. And for me, what has made me better is being able to edit and listen and just pay attention and create my own style with it, you know, but...
So you do everything yourself? So you do your editing,
yeah.
content creating, and everything yourself?
Everything, bro.
On top of traveling and all that?
On top of all of it, yeah.
And maintain a family and all that. That's
all
crazy,
bro.
Yeah,
but I love it.
A lot of time, man.
Yeah.
What was the main thing that made you want to say, you know what, I want to teach and I want to do content creation?
So teaching, man, you're asking me a lot of questions that I talked about earlier, but teaching for me wasn't something I wanted to do, bro. I've never been I'm a super introvert. I've never been outspoken like that. I walk into the room and I observe. You know what I mean? I'm real laid back, chill, but the industry was headed in that direction. So it was either I learn, I educate, or I get left behind. And I'm never one to get left behind. Yeah. So I had to learn, bro. Same thing with content creating. Like, it's just what the game brought. You know, it was like when Curtis Smith did the burst fade mohawk. And I had to figure out how to do that because everybody was asking for that haircut. Yeah. If I didn't learn how to do that haircut, well, they're going up the street. Yep, well, man up the street could do it. So you got to evolve and figure it out. So that was, man, I was telling them, I had a class in Orlando Premiere, 120 people standing room. Wow. It's one of my first classes. I'm teaching content creating, so the topic was hot, you know, so people came because all the other classes at Premiere were haircuts, you know, business. So I'm teaching content creating, bro, standing room only. I walk in, I say my little introduction. I said, hold on, I got to get some water. I walked out because I was about to have a heart attack up there because I was just trembling. My palms were sweaty. You know what I'm saying? So it was a process, bro. It's not like I had to learn and figure it out. And I put myself in that position. I took that, I could have easily denied that class, but I knew that it was something that I either do this, bro, and figure it out, or I'm going to get lost in this, you know. So I did it, came back in, finished the class. Might not have been my best class, but I learned from it. And every time I step on stage, I'm like, yo, it can't get worse than Orlando Premiere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I use that as motivation, you know. So, but you got to put yourself out there and figure it out, bro.
So what's next for you?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm going with the flow right now, bro. I'm living my best life, bro. I'm just bought a crib, you know, 3 kids, wife. I'm golf cart. I'm chilling, bro. I'm living what I dreamt.
Now, did you ever? Well, I guess you said you dreamt it. You already answered the question I was going to say. But let's talk about your shop. You said you own a barber shop as well, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I got 13 chairs. I'm on the west side of Jacksonville, and in the same plaza, I own the S&P factory. So we do scalp micropigmentation. We got a tattoo artist. So just that one little plaza, we run a lot of different businesses out of it.
And you do the SMP yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. How what made you want to get into that?
So actually, I got it done. So me and I don't know if you know Jesse Lima.
I've heard of him.
Yeah,
Yes, I don't
Jesse
know him,
called.
but I've heard of him.
Yeah, that's one of my best friends, bro. Like in the industry, we talk all the time. But he calls me up one day. He's like, "Angel, man, there's this new procedure, bro. We gotta learn it." And I was like, "Bro, I don't have time." At that time, I had 3 barbershops, so I was moving, and Jacksonville is the biggest city land-wise.
Yeah.
As far as how big it is in the country. So my shops were so far apart. Like in one day, to go to all 3 of my shops would take me all day.
Wow.
So like I was busy, bro. I didn't have time. And Jesse was like, "Bro, I'm telling you, this is gonna be a game changer." So I was like, "Yo, I want to get it done. I don't even care about learning it. I just want to get it done." So he was like, "Yo," he called me back. He's like, "Yo, the educator said you could be our model for the class, and he'll give us a discount to teach us." So I went, got it done, and that shit, it changed my mind completely because I knew how I felt when I got it done. So I was like, "Damn, man, I got to learn this so I can make people feel this way." Like, it was crazy. Just that little hairline, getting your hairline back was a game changer. So went back home, studied it. The guy that taught us, he really didn't give us everything. Like he withheld a lot of information. So me and Jesse went back and forth and just like figured it out. Jesse first, like he built his little office in his barbershop and he took off with it. And just watching him, I was like, man, I gotta get on this.
I got a confession, man. That was something I've been thinking about for a really long time.
Bro, it's the best, bro. It's the best. I just shave my head in the morning and I'm gone.
Now you put a razor to it and everything.
That's it, bro. I'm gone.
How many times did you have to have it done? 2 or 3?
So I had 2 sessions, right? I had 2 sessions originally, but my hairline was too high because I put my hairline where my hair was growing at the time. So once I actually started shaving my head bald completely, then I wanted to bring my hairline down a little bit. So I went down and seen Jesse, and we did 2 more sessions to bring it down. So we can adjust, So we adjusted it down a little bit, and man, I love it, bro.
He did the sides too.
No. We just did the temple points and faded it out to make it look like a fade.
Yeah. Okay, that's dope. Now let's say you got somebody that wants to work under you, wants you to be like their mentor. How would you go about something like that?
As far as it depends on what we're talking. If you're talking
content
SMP
creation,
content,
right?
yeah.
And the fact that you have 3 barbershops, you have a lot of people out there that want to do those same things,
Yeah. So it's something I've been thinking about, man. Most of the people that I mentor work in my barbershop. Like a lot of my barbers have picked up cameras, and I've been helping them. I don't have like a set program that I've done for someone that's not local to me. Just because of the time, bro. Like it's a lot that goes into that, and I don't want to just charge somebody for something that I truly not gonna be 100% into. You know what I mean? So I just don't have the time for it.
Yeah.
Now if someone reaches out to me and DMs me, like I'll answer questions all day long, but to actually be like, yo, I'm gonna mentor you and take somebody up under my wing, I don't have it'd have to be somebody that just is adamant, like, and is willing to do the work and wants to learn, like.
No, I get that, because that's something that's going to take. You're going to have somebody there the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like basically every little thing you're going to do, they're going to be on top of you.
Yeah.
Now, one last question before we go, because I know you got to get back to your standing, but it's a little bit busy. But
good, bro.
Where do you see the industry going? Forget content creating and AI and all that, right? But you go to all these events and you see the differences. You do classes, but you also see the other classes that some of the other people are teaching as well. Where do you see the industry in about another 5 years?
Man, as far as the barber industry,
Yeah.
I would look at the Cosmos and look where they are. I think that's where we're headed. Bigger shows, bigger venues, more respect on our names.
Yes.
Because for a long time, you told somebody you were a barber, they kind of just was like, oh, he's just a hustler. Like, but now it's different, and I feel like in the next 5 years, it's gonna get bigger and better for us. I think a lot more companies are going to get involved when it comes to marketing and doing a lot of the bigger things for the shows. Hopefully, like even a show like this, like if we could get a Cosmo Prof, if we could get, some supplier to do something bigger like they do for the Cosmos, I think that is en route. I believe there's a lot of opportunity even for the beginner barbers that are just getting in. I think there's a ton of opportunity for the OGs that already know the game that can maybe consult, some of these other companies. I just see it getting bigger with like people are seeing that it's actually a respected craft. Like it's
That's
not
something I'm
just
gonna
a
have to agree
hustle.
with
Yeah.
you. I said something I said for a really long time is that a lot of people didn't take barbering as a profession,
Nah.
right? And the next thing was, you ever fill out a job application? Nowhere on there ever says barbering.
Nah. I never
The
thought.
day I see that, man, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
okay, we made it, bro. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah,
But
that's
yo,
funny.
check this out, man. I know he's got to get back, but y'all be safe. I want to say thank you again. This was really dope.
Hey man, I appreciate it, bro.
Yo,
Had a great
this is
time.
dope, man. Thank you.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
talk more. Y'all be safe. Peace.